Welcome in, everybody. Sorry I was a little late. I got sidetracked with Sweet Cheeks. Y'all know he's a little distracting. But anyhow, how is everybody? And welcome to those of you who are here from TikTok. I don't typically come on camera much over here just because I have some stalkers who like to count how many sips of my drink I take and things of that nature. So yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. So I'm just gonna dive right in because there is literally an hour and 10 minutes of this. He is feeling better. Yes, he is completely better and well. So I will have the footage tomorrow of the 30 minutes prior to the 911 call without commentary. I'm going to be able to download that first thing in the morning, and then I'll go live at some point tomorrow afternoon and play that without the commentary because that shit was driving me crazy earlier. I couldn't hear a damn thing, even with my headphones on. I wanted to do this way because I want y'all to be able to hear it the way that I'm hearing it. And it's different when I'm trying to play it from a different device onto TikTok. And I wish TikTok allowed StreamYard. It would make things so much freaking easier. But they don't, so here we are. But this is thank you, Cheever. This is the footage from 1112 King Road from the night of the Idaho 4 unalivings. This is 2:25 a.m. to 3:25 a.m. And I'm going to play the whole thing. You're going to get to see the video and the audio. And I'm not going to stop it unless I hear something of particular interest. I've already listened to this about a dozen times. So, I've got literally 4 pages of timestamps and notes already. And I'm going to be taking notes as we go into this. So, and just like on TikTok, I read every comment. So if y'all have a question or if there's something that I need to address, just put it in the chat and I'll see it. And for those of you who have not, is there anybody here who has not seen this? If you haven't seen this, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, so there's a lot of you who haven't seen this. Okay, so let me go ahead and forewarn you. This is triggering. This is traumatizing, and it's heartbreaking. I'm just going to let it play from the beginning. I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to do specific time frames, but I will tell you that around the 38-minute mark, things get fucking crazy. This has seriously affected me tonight. I was not expecting this today, and I was not expecting what it contained. Pixie, this is, and I'm going to pull it up here. This is the footage from 1112 King Road. 1112 King Road. This is the house where the original footage that we watched was taken from. But this is an hour earlier. This is from 2:26 to 3:25. It starts around 2 hours before they say that this started. But just listen. And you can see the time up in the right-hand corner. There's no closed captions. This is literally raw audio footage from the Moscow PD that was FOIA requested. And let me say this. After I have seen this and heard this, y'all know I have said before that I think that he could possibly even have been waiting for them, for somebody, because he was going there to buy drugs. I think that could have been why he was circling, because he was waiting on a specific person to buy drugs from. His vehicle doesn't show up until much later, and it just doesn't make sense. When you hear all of this and you know that he is nowhere under the... there's a lot that I've heard. There's a whole lot that I've heard. I I've listened to this about a dozen times now with headphones on, and I will tell you this: it is a lot easier to hear if you have headphones or earbuds in. There's several voices that I think I can discern, but I can't say for certain, and I don't want to tell you what I think I hear, because I want you to figure out what you hear for yourself. I don't want this to be subjective. I want you to be able to listen to it and come to your own conclusions as to what you hear. I don't want you to hear something just because I tell you I heard it. No, we're not sure that it's his vehicle. We're not sure that it's his vehicle. But what I'm saying is that if indeed, oh, yes. So for those of you who are just coming in, this is new audio footage that was just released from the Moscow PD. Jules paid $900 for the 12 hours of audio footage from the camera on 1112 King Road. This is 2:25 a.m. to 3:25 a.m., the hour prior to what we heard earlier. If you don't have on earbuds, put on earbuds. This and there are some things that you can make out. And if I see y'all saying some stuff in the chat that is similar to what I think I hear, then I will respond. But I don't want to put thoughts in your head. I want you to listen to it and hear what you think you hear. Now, as far as Brian Kohberger and it not being his vehicle, it very well could not be. But what I'm saying is that one theory that I have is that he could have been going to buy drugs and just have happened upon what was happening. I'm going to do a Patreon stream, and I'm going to tell y'all what I think I hear. I just don't want to do it publicly. And I'm going to do that on Monday night at 7:00 on Patreon. My cousin is a sound engineer, and I am getting him to scrub it for me so that I can see if I can hear it clearer. He's had it since this evening. I'm excited to get it back so I can listen to it. Because if what I can hear like this, I cannot wait to be able to hear once he does whatever he can do with it. And we'll see. I don't know how much he's going to be able to remove. We'll see. All right, y'all, here we go. And I'm going to restart this for those who've just come in. We're starting at 2:26 a.m. If you think you hear something, put it in the chat. 238 is 238 is where it gets downright scary. And I want you all to remember that Ethan Chapin's mother, when this first happened, said the 2 a.m. hour, or at 2 o'clock is the darkest hour, or something of that nature. I've got to find that where she said that so I can quote it exactly, but something to that nature. And if this doesn't right here tell you exactly, well, it actually does make sense if you think about it. So let's just say that this was all over rugs. I'm still saying rugs and I'm on YouTube. So if this was all over drugs, it does sort of make sense that they would all be arguing. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, Mimi, I've seen the house across the street. It does that the whole time this video is going on through the night. It did that in the 3 to 4 footage. Oh, absolutely not with how we were. None of this is how this blows their timeline out of the water. Hear what then, Ionic? yeah, I still have that. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet. Just wait till 2:38. I agree, Mossy Oak. Get ready. I know why. Prepare yourselves. house. Clear otters. No, she left it at the door. Peggy, no, it's behind the house that we're standing at to the left. Yes, Trace. Somebody else absolutely made that order. That's exactly why hers and Ethan's phones were mixed up. Now, Jen, really. last night, Tina. Or did they, Wow Mama? I don't think it was them either. Ding, 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 Brittany. Explains why Ethan, Xana, and Kaylee's blood is on that half wall. Me either, Shell. That's what I think, Native. Of course, Jen. Don't know, Carla. Thank you to the person who sent me a cash out. I can't remember. It was close to the end. Mm-mm.
Even school.
Monday or I was waiting. I sure can. I was waiting for y'all to notice. Did I not go back far enough? That was a cat. Just wait. It's like that the whole night, even during the 3 to 4 o'clock time frame. There's people over at the house are going crazy. I don't believe anything that woman says, Ranger. Some of it could have been rainbow, but not that screaming. How interesting is this? No, I'm not sleeping. I'm sitting here. I have had to mute myself to keep myself from talking. There is so much that I have wanted to say. I've just been muted. No, I don't want to say because I don't want to make y'all hear something that I think I hear. I want y'all to hear what you think you hear. And then I'll talk about it. There's about 15 minutes left. I'm muting myself again. And that right there is the first time you see him.
No, second time.
No, shush, first.
No, second.
First.
Second.
Babe, first.
Second.
Oh my God.
And I love you.
I love you too. All right, y'all. We got 2 minutes, I think, left. All right. So, what do y'all think? It would help if I didn't throw myself off of the damn panel. All right, here's the link. I want to hear if any of y'all have anything to say. If you do, click the link and come on up. I did, Breezy. I did. Shush. Not just Moscow PD. The damn FBI, the Idaho State Police, the whole damn bunch. Did Tiffany fall asleep? So let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all remember when we watched the body cam footage? And he interviewed, or he went to this door where this camera's at. Do y'all remember what he said? What they said? Nope. Not that they didn't see anything. I changed your name.
Oh. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Okay. Are there any entrances into that other house from the other side? From the house where the camera's at?
No.
Windows?
Windows, yes.
I want to know if Bethany was one of the girls that left with one of the girls from that house. I know that's a stretch, but she doesn't show back up till later. I'm like, where would the quickest place be to go is your neighbors, you know? Especially if you wasn't her car just recently in an accident, so it wasn't even there?
I don't know. I will say this.
I don't like when you're vague. we want to hear your words.
Mm-hmm. There's reasons when I'm vague.
I know.
No. Um,
Just say it.
Well, let me just say this. Remember when the cop interviewed them and he asked them had they been home that night?
Yeah.
They said they were asleep.
Right. I think they were watching out their window the whole time.
Well, I've shown the picture, right? You can see. So let
Yeah.
me. Their kitchen window literally gives you a bird's eye view of their entire house. Let me pull that up. Hang on. Let me show y'all that in case you've forgotten it.
And you really think that that was a cat?
Mm-hmm.
That just looked like a little puppy to me with curly hair and a bushy tail.
I thought the same thing.
How do I see the chat at the same time as being up here?
If you click on shit, I don't remember.
Is this it? No.
Oh, Jilly Bear, I've been saying that since jump. I think that he did it for a few reasons. I think he did it for that. And I think he also did it because he knew that if he went to trial, none of this information was going to come out. And the only way for it to get out was to plea, because then it would all have to be made public. And I'm hoping that it is strategic with this whole plea deal stuff and the restitution. And he's going to try to make the judge rescind his plea so that he has to go to trial. However, have y'all seen the latest about him in prison?
Did he want to unalive himself?
Did I not tell y'all I did not think he was going to make it through the end of the year?
I wonder who's like, they have to be giving him a hard time, even with the new place they gave him, to make him want to do that.
I'm sorry, did I ask for cake? Yeah,
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I see the
Okay.
chat.
Tasha, you got really a lot of background noise.
I know it's my husband with his only thing, I'll go down, but the only thing I was wondering is, can't, because came out and now say that this is when it truly happened, so there's no way it's Brian, and get it all thrown out of court and just he goes free?
Thanks, man.
No.
Well, that was really sweet. I'm gonna go get you.
Unfortunately, you would have to convince the prosecution to retry the case. And with the plea deal being taken and everything else, Idaho, especially with the way they treated this case to begin with, they're not going to admit wrongdoing. It's just like with Gypsy's case. You're never going to get one of these prosecutors to admit that what they did or said was wrong.
Especially because they're on the side of the state, so that would make the entire state look bad.
But what about where the FBI got involved? Do you think maybe this could be the Fed rumor that it actually is, and that they had him take the fall to do the AR thing?
Actually,
No. Mm-mm. No way. There's way too many easier ways to have done that than the way they did this. Way too many. The judge doesn't count as ineffective counsel.
I have like an off the wall theory. What if he just didn't have the balls to do the crime? So like he coordinated the whole thing, had other people do it for him, said, "Here, use my knife sheath, get rid of everything, don't leave any trace, but leave my DNA here and I'll take the fall for everything." That'd be stupid, right?
Well, first of all, you have to be 1000% trustworthy of whoever you are working with. And he was a complete and total loner. So who would he have been comfortable enough with to proposition that with?
I don't know.
Nobody. Now, okay, so Bree, explain why he wouldn't have gotten this. Okay. So, with all of the pretrial motions, all of the motions in limine, everything that was put out there, the motions in limine, for those that don't know, those are motions that the prosecution and the defense can present to the court so that they don't have arguments during the trial about what evidence can be presented. So it's basically a way for them to present evidence ahead of time to find out whether or not the judge is going to allow them to present it. It saves everybody time and effort. So if you go back and look at all of the court records and everything that's been recorded, there are so many of these motions in limine, and then responses to the motions in limine, and then this response. It's ridiculous. So if you look at the final response or the final status of most of the motions in limine, primarily the ones from the defense, they were denied. The judge denied pretty much every single thing, every expert witness, every other theory, everything that Ann Taylor tried to present to the judge in order to be able to defend Brian Kohberger, the judge shot down. And I'm telling you, I have not looked into this because I haven't had time, but there is something, I don't know what it is, but that judge has some type of personal issue with Ann Taylor. The way that he goes at her, he does it to all of the ones on the defensive side, but on her, it's different. You can tell that there's just something extremely personal between those two. So the reason that he would know that none of this was going to come out is because the prosecution basically gets to cherry pick what they want to show the judge, show the jury. And he knew that none of the evidence that they wanted to be presented would get to be shown at trial, only what the prosecution wanted, because the judge had already shot it down. And the only way that the public was going to be able to see the discovery and all of the information and the evidence in the case is if he took a plea deal, and then it would be made public by FOIA requests. Everything would have to be unsealed. Because at the moment he pleads, the gag order is lifted, or should be.
Do you think it was just like a coincidence of timing? Or do you think he was supposed to go there around that time?
I can't make up my mind if I think he was lured there, or if he went there because he goes there a lot.
I feel like it's the second one.
I think, and this is strictly my opinion, and this is just a theory. This is not, I'm not saying this is true, just my opinion. This could be one scenario. We know that he has a history of drug usage. We know that he has been flagged in that area multiple times. We know that that house is known to be a place to get drugs. It would make more sense to me, especially with the way he's erratically driving, speeding, not paying attention, or having a care in the world to which surveillance cameras are picking him up or whatever. Because if this man is as smart as all of these people want to make him out to be and has plotted and planned all of this down to a T, even to the point of the knife sheath being left there intentionally, if he's planned all of this so methodically, why the fuck is he careening around the neighborhood for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Without a care in the world, literally on 2 wheels around stop signs at some points? Being picked up on every surveillance camera at every house through that place. And anybody that lives there knows that those surveillance cameras are everywhere. And if he's as smart as everybody wants to make him out to be, then he would certainly know that, because he would have staked out the place prior to, right? Yep. And he would know where all the cameras are, and he would know the areas to avoid, but he didn't.
Yeah, I feel like he was at his apartment. He texted someone that he wanted drugs and that so he's like, "Okay, cool. Get my car and start heading that way." All this shit went down. He goes through the to go to the house and is expecting like to hear from someone or for someone to come out and no one comes out. And so that's why he keeps circling to see if like the deal's going to go down or whatever. And
Mhm.
then realizes something awful happened.
I think he
Went inside or what?
I don't know. I have a couple different theories in my head. Um, in order for him to have realized something went down, he would have had to have gone inside.
Or saw the people that were still inside situating.
But see, the thing about that is, okay, so that doesn't make sense with him taking the fall for it. There's got to be some connection to him and whoever did it, if he didn't, for that knife sheath to get where it got. There's some connection. I just haven't been able to put the pieces together yet, but I will. One way or a fucking another.
Do you think the girls say we didn't see anything? We didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. We didn't see anything. Like they're getting their story straight. Like we're just gonna leave. We're gonna tell the cops we weren't here.
I think they're
Or that
scared
we
shitless.
Yeah, I think so too. I
I
want to
think
go back and listen to that interview again.
I think that he. Let me show you this. Hold on.
Do you not think it's weird all the people that were in and out of that damn neighborhood and nobody said a fucking word? You really
I've said this since the beginning.
I know, but that's just goofy. Like what are they doing?
Hold on, I'm trying to find this. Can I touch on how I think the blood got on the half wall and when? Yeah, just a second. Let me get this pulled up. I can find the damn. I have entirely too many pictures on
I
my
don't
phone.
know how I feel. I feel like I knew he didn't physically do this. And now that like we know, I don't know how to feel.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
It's gotta be. Does anyone? Can you ask the chat or someone type in the chat how you see the chat once you're up here? Because I can't see it.
Can y'all hear her?
Oh, I found it. I
They can
found
hear
it.
you.
Oh, just because I can't read them doesn't mean they can't hear me.
Correct. Hold on, because I want to do something real quick.
He would too
Because
have
I'm very
pled
curious about
guilty.
something really quickly.
Innocent people plead guilty to crimes every single day. Every day.
Every day. Every effing day. I can tell you for a fact that I know people plead guilty to things that they're not guilty of from personal fucking experience. Myself. I'm just fucking saying. Shit.
That's probably like my biggest thing about this case that drives me insane when everyone's like, well, he
Well, I
he
say
pled
this shit all
guilty,
the
he
time.
confessed.
I've said personal experience all the fucking time, but I've never really went into details about it. But I can tell you from personal fucking experience that people are innocent and take plea deals every fucking day. And mine was just because I was fed the fuck up with it. I was about to have a nervous breakdown because I had taken 3 children in that weren't my own. One of them had broken my ribs. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. I had just found out that I was sick, and I was just up to my fucking eyeballs and wanted this shit to be over. So I said, do whatever. Just get me the fuck out of it. I don't want to do this shit anymore. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I'm done with it. And that's exactly what the fuck I did. Yes, I got probation.
You know what's one thing that's always kind of like been in my mind that's kind of like bothered me? Okay, so at the victim impact statements, right? Granted, Bethany didn't show up, but I I don't know. I feel like because like no one was really as distraught as Dylan. One, I think it was all a game, like to her, like it was she was acting, but no one was distraught as her. And for some reason, something in me is telling me like she had seen his face before, and she didn't want to like incriminate herself on how she'd seen his face before. So she had to make it seem like she absolutely hated him.
I don't know what you're saying. You know what you're putting down.
I think her and Quinn were his drug dealers. And I think that she was there. I think that she knew he didn't do it. But to take the heat off of herself, she had to make it look like
Oh,
she didn't know him and that she despised him because of this thing that he just did. I don't know. It's always bothered me, Dylan's reaction in court.
no, she wouldn't look at him.
She wouldn't even look at him. She made the prosecutor move so that he was in between them.
Okay, so this is the kitchen window of the house that has the surveillance camera. What do you see? There's the back area that you walk up. Here is the sliding glass door. That's Kaylee's balcony. You can see how close this really is in this picture.
I wonder what the window in the back looks like. Like looks straight up.
I've got the pictures. Hang on. That's what I'm trying to get pulled up.
You'd 100% see anyone coming and going and anything out on the balcony.
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to see. Can't tell where this is at. I think that's on the other side of the house. I don't know about this one. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up all of them. Here, just let me pull this up here. I'll show you the website.
Natasha, do you think you can hear Dylan crying in the audio or no?
I hear somebody, I don't know who. I hear a lot. A whole lot, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Joanne, I learned that the hard fucking way.
Dakota
Mossy Oak.
Fanning?
Well, Mossy Oak, she also said he said it in a not nice voice. Okay, so here is, get me off this shit. Here are the Zillow photographs of that house. I don't know what this window is to. I can't figure this house layout out. Okay, so that's the house next to them, I think. Which means this window would also be looking out. That direction over there would be towards their house. Okay, here we go. So no, there is no back door. But there's windows.
Windows.
And a window right there.
Mm-hmm. How many feet do you think that is from the camera to the back wall?
Well, it's 50 feet from Xana's wall to the camera.
Right. So how many feet do you think it is from the camera to the back wall of this house?
Hold on.
It's 1,700 square feet. So
oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Not in Tennessee. What the fuck? Huh, this is a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. What the fuck have I got pulled up here now?
weird though, because it says
Oh.
Johnson.
Get this off of here. No, I don't want to claim this here. Get off of here. My God. Shit.
That little tiny house is 6 bedrooms.
Okay, here we go. This is what I was wanting. Why is nothing cooperating? Use control what? Did you see that? Use
What?
control scroll to zoom. Control scroll. Ha! This is as far as they'll scroll.
I bet it's like 25 feet from that back window to Xana's wall.
Oh my God. It's pissing me off. So now I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on. Y'all just heard that footage. Now listen to this. Shit. Hold on. Oh, shut up. I want to hear this. Okay, this one basically starts where the other one stopped. I don't think they were dead when he got there. You see the time. This is literally when we just ended the other one. I think that's what happened, Breezy. All right, so then we go to 420. Where the hell am I at? That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so at 407, 406, here he is. He's about to do the 3-point turn. See, it's 4:07 exactly when he turns around. Now he's speeding away again at 4:21. Breezy. I agree. Y'all notice how quiet it is? Now listen. Listen, then I'm going to tell y'all what I think. I 1000% believe that this is when he went in the house. That's what I think. I think this is when he finally got up the nerve to go inside or to approach the house, and the dog was out on the balcony. The dog didn't recognize him, but he recognized everybody else that was there. That's why he wasn't barking. Now listen. Did you just see how fast he took? Seriously? Look how fast he's driving. I'm more convinced than ever now. More convinced than ever.
He was so scared.
That's what I think.
Can you imagine what he walked into, what he saw?
No. Well, I mean, I can, but.
Do you think everyone else was already gone?
No.
Do you think they were still there, like cleaning up and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they know that they saw him? Or do you think that they know that he saw them?
Why do you think he's in prison?
Yeah. Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely believe.
I agree with you, though. I don't think he went in until 4:17.
I don't think so either. I think he did walk right in, Gina. Well, Dylan said she saw him with a vacuum cleaner, then something that looks like an arrow, then a gun.
It's so weird to watch that video now, knowing what we know about the previous video.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder why it didn't make any fucking sense to us.
Oh yeah, Brooke, I know. When this happened, I went back 6 months and looked up all indigent murders, even suspicious deaths in the areas, both in Pennsylvania and in Washington and Idaho, to see if maybe there had been a pattern.
So maybe that is his actual car, and maybe they waited. Like, even though they were investigating the case and there was other suspects and blah, 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 whatever they've been telling us. Once they had that part of the footage, they went with the narrative that everyone was sleeping, used the dog barking to their advantage.
But you know what this means, if this is true, what we're saying?
What?
Think about it.
I don't know. They're still out there, obviously. I've always thought that part, but
The police are in on it.
yeah, I think that too. I've always thought that.
They'd have to be. Which would make sense if what I think is true and that Kaylee was dating an undercover narcotics officer. And that she spilled the beans about some things that were going on in that house to him inadvertently, not realizing that he was also working with the people who she's snitching. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think Kaylee had become a liability. And once she started dating that cop, I think that's exactly why those police officers who questioned her friend didn't give one fucking care about anything about their relationship other than were they intimate.
Which one?
The Win girl.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling y'all, I've said this since the beginning that I've always thought that this was a message. And I do believe that. And I think it was a message to all of them. I think it was a message to Xana's parent, Xana's mother, because she turned state witness. Both Maddie's dad and her stepmother were CIs on rug charges. I'm still saying rug over here. And the
So he literally walked in there on a
fact that
coincidence.
I don't think it was coincidence, but I think that I honestly think he may have been lured there intentionally to set his ass up. Because he would make the perfect patsy. A loner, no friends, no alibi, nobody that could vouch for him. The same with Brent Kopaka.
Damn.
And Mowich, for that matter.
I wonder which one of them's the ringleader.
I don't think any of them are. I think somebody else was pulling the strings. I just think they were the henchmen.
No, I mean, which one of the Ellies is the ringleader?
I have my suspicions on that as well.
Same one from the probable cause affidavit?
Just saying. There is a reason that Ethan's computer was open in the chair beside Xana. I just can't figure that one out yet.
I want to know how there's blood in the extra bedroom downstairs, yet it's locked when investigators get there.
The bedroom wasn't locked. The closet was locked.
The closet was locked? The one with the keypad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a closet, that's not the office.
The office is right there as you come in that bedroom on the right.
Why the fuck would the closet lock?
It's got the heating and air conditioning unit in it, and they said that the owners didn't want anybody in there messing with it.
That makes sense.
I think that whoever was there was in that room waiting for them to get home. And I think that whatever they had left down there to change into after the fact was in there. And that's why there's blood in that room. And I also think that's why that shower down there has blood in the drain. Because they used it to take a shower. And somebody asked me if I could explain why I think that there was blood, all three of their blood, on the half wall leading to Xana and Ethan's bedroom. Yeah, because I think that there was a huge altercation in that hallway.
I think that's the first scream you hear.
I agree.
I wonder how this would be any different. What would have happened or what would change if that very moment as he was speeding away, he called 911?
We'll never know.
Or maybe he did and they disregarded.
Never know.
No, because police would have shown up. I don't know.
I haven't seen any proof of that, Mossy Oak. That's been a rumor since back in the day, but I haven't seen any proof.
What does spot
Back it up.
painted mean?
Like painted over areas of blood.
Oh.
That's been a rumor from forever. People say the craziest mess. Oh, yeah, absolutely. People
Yeah,
come
what
up
do
with
you
anything and everything.
think the banging flash was? Wonder if someone dropped a flashlight. Coming out of that room, getting ready to.
I think, this is just my opinion, that it was nothing.
It was a
And I think
story.
that she thought that they were going to be unalived. I think she thought they were going to be unalived with a pew pew.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. I think that's why, if you remember, in that one interview that Dylan does, she said something about, at first I thought it looked like a gun, and that would make sense now. But even if a lamp fell over during the struggle, Mossy Oak, she wouldn't have been able to see it from her bedroom because it's a whole wall. It would have had to fell down the stairs all the way to the end, and then she still wouldn't have been able to see it because her bedroom is at the very end of the hallway. The stairs end at the front door, and then you have to turn left and walk down a long hallway to her bedroom. You can't see anything from the upstairs from her room.
I don't even remember seeing a lamp other than the good vibes sign in the living room. But I also haven't looked for one, so I don't know if I've seen one or not. You know how Bethany's bedroom in the crime scene photos, the screen is like off the window?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's why I feel like she left somehow. And that's what brought me to thinking that was her with that other girl leaving from the 1112 house. But for her exculpatory evidence statement to make sense, she would have had to still be at the house.
Maybe.
Well, maybe that's when she left. Why didn't you just run around and go to the front door instead of going through a damn window? I don't know. My brain's all over the place.
Well, she was so close to the front door.
Yeah.
A lot closer than anybody else. I don't know. I no more believe that her and Dylan spent the night in that bedroom and slept than I can fly. And we all know I can't.
I still think Dylan's full of shit. But
I do too.
the story that she's like the storyline makes a lot more sense if you take it from the fact that he showed up after it was already done.
Well, the time frame does too, but I'm not buying her time frame
I don't either.
at all.
When
That
does she
does
first
not
when do
fit
her and Bethany first start texting each other? What time is it?
420. No, 419.
So he would have already been probably running to his car
Mm-hmm.
to get back in his car and leave.
I think she should have called Bethany to the stand. I don't think they would have ever allowed it. I really don't think they would have allowed it. There's a lot more in these videos than we realize. I've just got to take the
Dissect
time
him.
to sit down and actually go through them correctly. Because I got them and then I just went straight into it. And I've got to actually have time to sit down and listen to it like I did the other one.
I just stood up and saw my reflection in the window and about had a heart attack.
Oh my God. I do that shit all the time when I'm here by myself.
That scared me.
And obviously,
come
it's not a
right the
damn
window.
landphone tonight. I can tell you that. After that shit, I ain't kidding. There ain't much that bothers me, but I'm telling you, listening to that tonight, I was here by myself, hearing that scream the first time I dropped my pen and about threw my notebook across the damn room. I was not expecting that at all, and nobody warned me. I don't know. I'm more frazzled right now about this than I have been.
I feel like it's 3 or 4 people.
I think there's at least 3, and I've said that for a long time. But just listening to that tonight, I definitely think that there's at least 3.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, Kirsty, there's no way that they didn't hear anything if they were there.
I don't know. I can swear I hear Dylan's cry.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch a Disney movie.
I might do something. I don't know what. It's 2:25 a.m.
I don't know. I've known all along he didn't do this.
I
At
need to get
least
some
like the
sage.
unaliving part, but like now that we like pretty much know, I feel so bad for him. Like imagine thinking like sitting in prison, the whole world, well not the whole world, but as far as he's concerned, the whole world thinks he's guilty. Whole world thinks he did it. Everyone in prison hates him.
No, I don't feel sorry for him, but because I still don't know for sure. And
I don't either. I've just always felt, I don't know, I look at him and all these people are like, he looks so creepy to me. He looks like such a weirdo. He looks possessed. Like, I just
I feel
don't see
sorry for
that.
him.
I just see a sad, lonely man.
Dork.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't see anything creepy about him.
I don't know. And I've always had like this really, really good intuition and like read on people, and I trust my gut. And
Me
I've
too.
never looked at him and thought, ugh, like creepy.
Me neither.
I'm always like, oh. And maybe that'll get me in trouble someday. I don't know. But
They got me a plea deal. I'm just saying. Oh,
why do you think he's creepy, Rachel? Like, what about him makes him creepy? That he's different? Or what? I don't know. I dated this guy in prison one time, and I wasn't in prison. He was in prison.
I was like, what? You dated a guy while you dated a guy in prison. Now that's either it's co-ed or there's something that you're not telling me. That I was not aware of.
No, he was in prison. I was not. And
Did you know him before he went to prison?
no,
Jesus, take all the wheels. Come through the screen. Let me slap you.
I got on writeaprisoner.com or whatever that shit is.
Oh my God.
I wanted a pen pal. I was going through a divorce and I didn't want to be a hoe, so
Sweet
you know,
baby Jesus.
lesson learned. It's okay. But
Did he get
we
out?
were talking about it and he said that he freaked him out. That Brian Koberger freaked him out. I was like, you're in prison with like the scariest dudes ever. I'm not freaked out. Why are you freaked out? You guys are funny.
Listen, yes, I know I have work to do. Mama Tosh has work to do over here. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware. We're gonna
You
have to
guys
have a
can't.
whole personal safety.
Of course.
Yes. Kirsty, so was Ethan. Ethan was covered up as well. That's why they didn't see his leg wounds to begin with. And there's rumors that Xana had a sheet wrapped around her, like almost tangled up in it.
They were all covered. Wasn't Ethan covered too? Everyone except for Xana.
Ethan was
So
covered up to his waist.
that tells
Um,
me the person that did person that did it knew them.
I think they were all gagged. Yeah. Why, Mama? What was he in for?
Larceny.
Take all the wheels. Shit. I can't. Oh my God.
It was fun while it lasted.
Listen, I can find you a man from Pakistan pretty quickly.
I'm good on that.
There's a plethora.
I wanted one that was like in my town but didn't have access to me.
Oh my God.
And like a somewhat decent, like not a bad guy, just made bad choices type of thing, you know?
Plus everybody in prison. Oh my God. I cannot believe this shit.
I had my mama, I'm in love with a criminal face. It's over, don't worry.
Thank Jesus. Breezy, let's not even go there. No, Breezy. Mm-mm.
There for a minute, I was like, oh hell yeah, let's do this. And then like I could make money from it. We'll apply for love after lockup or love on lockup or whatever that show is.
Oh
I was like, we
my.
could both be stars.
That's as bad as every damn body asking me when I'm going to be on freaking 90 Day Fiance. Fucking never. Never. Whew. I can't decide if I think his legs were done first or last. Yeah, let's not go there, Breezy. Keep your eyes covered.
I feel like they either did his legs first and then went to Xana to just like immobilize him, or
Okay, so here's the thing about his legs. They cut the backs of both of his legs are slashed. Yet he fell backwards on his back. And his throat was cut, and the arterial spray is on the wall next to his head, so he wasn't moved. So where the hell how did they cut the backs of his legs? Was a midget hiding under the bed with a knife in each hand? This is what I can't wrap my head around. And I'm not trying to be funny.
what if he was like on the ground, kind of like holding Xana down and doing whatever he was doing to Xana. And Ethan, he didn't realize Ethan was in the room. Ethan got up.
No, I don't believe that I don't believe that they would have known who was there.
Or maybe Ethan, I don't know, like Ethan came up on him while he was down lower. And to stop him, he reached kind of like around him from behind and cut the backs of his legs. I'd be curious to know if they're in a straight line. Do you know what I mean? Like if it was
But
one
the problem is,
swift.
how do you get both? Because once you cut somebody one time, they're not going to stand there and let you cut them again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, was it one swift like slice? Like, are they in line with each other to be like one? Because if they're
Not
separate,
from the way
like,
I read it.
then he would have had to been laying on his stomach, and they just sliced his legs for no dumb
So
reason.
what? So what? Somebody with two knives, just what? And how did he end up on his back?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, I've tried to figure that one out for a very long time and can't. I can't make it make sense. Because he's literally diagonal on the bed.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't fall that way. Like, same way we don't think Kaylee landed that way in the bed, you
Oh,
know?
he fell that way because the arterial spray from his neck is exactly where it should
Oh,
be
yeah, you said that.
with him laying the way he's laying. That's why I can't make sense of it.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe they went in there, saw Ethan and Xana. How the fuck do you get the back though? Like if
That's
you're
what
a
I'm
killer
telling you.
and you're coming in the room to kill these two people, your Ethan would be facing you. How do you get the back of him? Unless there's two people in there and
Ding 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 ding.
the one gets him from the back first, then they go
Or
to Xana. That's the only theory that makes sense, is that there had to be two people, at least. I think there were two people. I think there was a person for everybody, or one for Maddie and Kaylee, and two for Xana and Ethan.
something's just
And I do think that maybe Maddie was up in her room, laying in bed, or possibly even almost asleep. She was drunk, so who knows? She could have been
well,
asleep and then
she has
woke
the
up.
least
But I
amount
think
of
that,
defensive wounds.
yeah, I think that they got Kaylee in the hallway, took her upstairs, and then did Maddie. So, like, those ones could have been one person, I feel like. But there's no way. One person has never made sense to me with Xana and Ethan just because both of them would have beat the shit out of whoever did it while they were. I feel like the two of them together, honestly, Xana was tough, you know? Like, I feel like they could have taken him.
Well, the thing about the, I said this with Kaylee running down the stairs. I do believe that she was running to Xana's room to Ethan for protection. And what people don't, why didn't they? So if that's the case, if Dylan really heard her saying that, then why didn't Ethan and Xana hear it? And why didn't they come out of their room?
Because they were already being held up.
Mm-hmm. Breezy, I don't know that it didn't start out that they didn't realize. Marty Jones, what the actual fuck? Have you heard anybody giving an opinion that we're stating as a fact? I bet your choices are fantastic. You're perfect, right? Get the fuck out of here. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you just pissed me the fuck off. Number fucking one, if you enjoy me, then you should fucking know that you don't disrespect people that are on my fucking panel. She's also a mod. Yeah, fuck you. Don't watch me anymore. I ain't got common sense neither. Fuck off. Now you a block bitch. People, ugh.
Who was that?
Fuck if I know. I don't know. Since freaking YouTube changed all these damn screen names, I can't tell who the fuck's who. And if people change their damn avatar, I'm screwed. Because I don't know who anybody is. Well, and that's what I'm saying, Amber. They obviously don't know me very well or haven't watched me for very long, or they would know exactly how I feel about when somebody's up on my damn panel. Because what you just did wasn't disrespecting her. You disrespected me. And but that shit ain't flying. We're literally up here just bouncing ideas.
I thought I was making a pretty good choice not involving an actual person in my life.
Nothing Dylan says makes any sense. That's actually why a lot of women get into relationships with convicts. Because they want the romance and whatever, but they don't want somebody in their actual life.
That's exactly what it was. I wanted someone to talk to and not be in my personal space.
Not Mossy Oak. I get it. Trust me.
And then when I realized that people get out of prison, I got scared. and ran.
Breezy. Breezy, you should have picked a prisoner. Not Diana. Maddie's mouth was not messed up. Kaylee's was. Well, I'm not so sure he wasn't one. Oh, wow, Mama, you just don't know. Me and Breezy didn't speak for 3 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Over something stupid? Or was it pretty?
Maddie's cut was from the bridge of her nose over under her eye. And it almost looked to me like, the way that she was cut, like somebody maybe hit her in the nose with something and then slid. That cut her face. I don't know.
Or maybe hit her and her face was just so tiny and petite that it just split it open.
Could have been. Amen, Janessa. Lisa, I can't make my mind up. I don't know who the first. I honestly don't know. I go back and forth with it. Back and forth, back and forth. You should have ran away when you heard his name. I mean, damn.
Was it a telling name?
I'm not saying a word.
Do you think Ann Taylor saw that video footage?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you went back that, I would just go ahead and have you committed myself. Amber, it's worse than Chad. Sounds like somebody's pawpaw. I don't know if
That
the
had
parents
to
have seen
be
it
a
or not.
hard. That would be hard as a defense attorney. Like, you want to win, you want to help your client, and she was just helpless at that point.
Especially if you know the details
Yeah.
and you know that he's innocent.
It's got to feel somewhat good for her. I mean, he still is in prison and everything, but it's got to feel good.
You're getting
little
close,
bit.
Amber.
Eugene.
Oh, yeah, Kirsty.
Emmett.
Yeah.
Was it Emmett?
Nope, worse than that.
Dwayne.
No, you had the right letter.
Earl.
think that would be better.
Because Earl had to die.
Breezy said, "Don't say it." If they guess it, we have to tell them that they're right. Oh my god. At least we can laugh about it. No, Edward is pretty normal. This one ain't.
Earl. My daughter has a kid in her school. His name is Lars.
Not Eugene. Nope.
Lars.
I told him they had the right initial. Could very well be, Lisa. I just put the clip of Ethan's mom saying that about the 2:00 hour on TikTok.
What I want to know is if she knew this all along.
Jax is spelling it out, Breezy. Jax, if you don't shut your shit up. I agree, Denise. He's somewhere, Gina, hiding in his turtle shell, I'm sure.
Erwin.
Almost. Almost. You've got one letter wrong. He's over here laughing. I know. Ernest.
No, okay, well, what I was saying, how could they watch that and think that he did this?
I honestly don't know. I don't understand.
And how can one set of parents be so quiet and like just sit back and kind of like take it for what it is, and then you have the other one who's just in the media spewing whatever. They had to have seen the same information, so I don't know. I'll just never understand the parents.
I don't understand them either.
None of them.
I know they're getting so close. Not Edwin. Y'all are getting close. You're one letter off.
One letter off from Edwin? Erwin.
Getting close. That's one letter off.
Irvin?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's it. I can't. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Breezy's gonna kill us all.
Where'd she go?
She's probably hiding. Listen, I thought trying to tell my mom Nabil's name was bad. You could see me coming home and saying, "This is Irvin." He came over in a time capsule. Sherry, you just had a good guess. Yo, we're just being silly now. Breezy's disappeared. I bet she's cussing Jax. Peach.
Charles. If you're gonna lie, come up with something better than Charles.
She's on her way to his house. Oh no. Oh no, Mama Stone. Listen, I don't know nothing about dog whispering now.
Listen, we all have that one, you know?
I had this thing back in high school where I dated guys with girls' names. I don't know what the fuck.
Give me one.
I'm just saying. I had Tracy, Ashley, and my ex-husband's name is Shannon. I don't know what the fuck. I just thought about that. What in the world?
You married
Yes, I
one.
did marry one.
People, did you like send out wedding invitations? People that probably never met your husband, like when they got their wedding invitation. The fuck?
Listen, we're giving all kinds of. Lisa's dated 4 men starting with R.
Regret?
Session night. She married one too. I've always dated younger guys too. Until Dalton, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking with that.
One called Devin and one called Kent.
She married a Patrick, but he goes by Daniel.
What?
Jerry had a thing for juniors. As long as you didn't have the senior first, I reckon it's all right.
Regret. Repent.
And that's pretty funny. No, but I'm just sitting here thinking about this. Like, I don't know what my issue was. Why did I date guys that had girl names?
I tend to date guys that only have 2 letters in their name because they stand for 2 first names.
Howard, Bobby. Yeah, she can stay there. She went with Granny.
Everyone say the most god-awful name that you dated. I want to see who has the worst one.
Wilbur. I shit you not. And he's my now pastor's son. Oh my god.
Breezy
Is
said,
that
I have a
bad?
cousin named Margarita.
Well,
Trovel?
Mama Stone, what in the fuck? Like a trowel? My ex-husband didn't have a middle name.
So he's
Him
just
and
Shannon
his sister
something?
were, yeah, Cooper. Him and his sister were only 9 months apart, and his mom said she didn't have time to think of a name for him. Sherry's husband's name was Millard O'Neill. We called him Neil. Your sister dated a guy named Novel. Your grandma's
Noble or
fiance's name was
novel?
Warheart.
Varheart?
What in the? What's the worst date you've ever been on?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to decipher through them all.
I can tell you. Oh, my sister married Neil's best friend. His first name is Lushin. So when I first got divorced,
Gerhardt.
the people that worked for me set me up on a stupid ass dating site. And one of the first people that contacted me, he wanted to go out on a date. Well, if you know what I used to do, then you know that I had a store and I used to help with pageants. I judged pageants, all that jazz. So I had a pageant to judge the night that he wanted to go out on a date. So I told him, that's fine, but I have to go to this pageant first. And he was like, oh, well, I'll just go with you. And I was like, God, this is going to be fucking awkward. So we get to the pageant and you have to pay to get in, right? So we get up there to pay and he doesn't have any money.
He
We're
what?
supposed to be going on a date.
And he doesn't have any money?
No. And he said, oh, well, I don't have cash. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I paid the $2 for him to get in. And he gets in there and he sits at the back because I have to go down to the tables where I'm judging the pageant. And the entire time, he just kept clearing his throat. I was like, who has this much phlegm? This has to be a chronic issue. So that was driving me crazy the whole time. So then we start to leave and we drove my car to this pageant because I wasn't getting in his. I would have been embarrassed to be riding around in it. And yes, I'm a little hoity-toity. So then we're going to go eat after the pageant when my kids are with us. So we go to the restaurant and my mom and everybody is there too because they were at the pageant. And we order our food. Now my kids are with us. And we go to check out to get, he said, and the girl comes around to the table and she says, okay, who's on whose check? And he said, I'm on mine. Hold on. Y'all overlook me.
I would have just got up and left.
Y'all see my splotches? I started using that stuff again, that Tretin whatever, and it's making my face blood red again when I put it on there. Y'all, he said, I'm on my own. I said, he said, yes, it's a flesh cut. It's pink. No, Breezy, I'm naked.
I thought the same thing.
Then I would have seriously lost my fucking mind.
I was like,
Oh
damn.
my God. Now, I have came on here in my nightgown before, but come on. Y'all, this shit is really making my face red. It's worse now than it was when I put it on there. Yes, my translucent 90s. I need to get some spackle to fill this in.
Spackle.
But anyhow, so Jax, if I got on here naked, Nabil would have a stroke. We actually had this conversation. It is sort of the same color as my skin now that I'm looking at it. Somebody's going to take a screenshot of this. This is going to be a video tomorrow, and somebody is going to say that I was on live naked. So anyhow, old boy says he's on his own check, right? And listen, he smelled, y'all know what like wet leather smells like old wet leather. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I mean, yeah.
You're lying, you don't. Well, that's what he smelled like. So I wasn't sad, but I looked at him and I was like, I thought this was supposed to be a date. He said, well, it was, but I didn't know you was bringing your kids.
What?
I said, did I ask you to pay for them? Sir? No. I dropped his ass back off at his hoopty and I did not talk to him again. That was my first and last time. Nope, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
What? You win again?
I went again. Mm-hmm. Yep. I made the mistake this time of letting one of them pick out my date. The guy had a nice car. He was dressed nice. He didn't smell like leather. And we went to dinner. Everything was fine. And then, he was really weird during dinner. Conversation was weird. But then he says, you want to go get ice cream and walk around the lake?
I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Hold on. It's currently blowing 100 miles an hour outside because there's a tropical storm coming through. Why the fuck would I want to go walk around the lake with an ice cream cone in a tropical storm? The ice cream cone's going to get blowed out of my hand. I'm like, no. I never talked to him again either. And let me tell you something. If you think that men do not want to date you on dating sites, if you're fat, forget that. Yes, they do. You'll be the prize possession. I ain't never seen so damn many men. Damn. I wish I could remember my password to that shit. I would log into it right now and read y'all some of this shit. It's like some of the ones on freaking TikTok. My God. Don't y'all get that shit all the time? If I get one of them damn messages a day, I get 1,000. And y'all better tell me y'all get them too. Nobody's saying they get them too. Somebody better get to telling me they do. From random people. He's just a weirdo. Well, Peach, I'll tell you, my boyfriend before Dalton, he didn't have social media either. And he still doesn't. And that was the best thing ever.
Jax, they're not Asian women, they're Pakistani men.
Yes, Jax, have you not seen my last few battles? These damn Pakistani men are disguising themselves as Asian women. And then here they come. Hello, my best friend. No, fuck, I ain't.
I just get the 9 trillion inboxes about people wanting to send me $5,000.
Oh my God, I get them too. Oh, Amber, that would be awesome. Well, see, my ex was the milkman, so we always got free milk, but yeah, that ain't much of a draw. Just say it. He was also almost 13 years older than me, and all he talked about was his damn job, and he liked to watch Hallmark movies 24/7.
What?
I shit you not. He stayed in the bedroom watching Hallmark movies 24/7 every time when he was home. That's all he watched. Hallmark and the Lifetime channel. My Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of my screen. I know what you mean, Tasha. We get them all the time. I've got one in my inbox right now. And I know it's the same person because it's written the exact same thing. Like every word. And their name is only one letter off every time. Do I have WhatsApp? I sure do. Breezy, have you not explained to him yet?
Look at Precious Lavender Buttons dated a guy in prison.
Well, damn, slobber and kiss, and you didn't like him to begin with. Mama Stone, I am dead. Mama Stone, I'll find you a man. Dalton's single. You get free milk, but you have to listen to him talk all the time.
No milk will ever be our milk.
He came in my damn TikTok live last night. Breezy, his jokes were not funny. He will rub your feet, yes.
Ripped your hair out.
Well, he did have a problem not wiping his ass, but you know, whatever.
Ew.
Jack, shut up. I wish I had one of them things right now. My neck hurts. So earlier tonight, when we were listening to that thing, I was so discombobulated. I took a sleeping pill instead of my blood pressure medicine, and I'm still awake.
Do you feel silly? Do you feel like
No,
losing?
I don't know why I'm awake because normally half of one. Knocks me out. Yes, it was me that dated the guy that needed the baby wipes. Who did, Peach? Yes, Breezy. Yes, I do. And I've done that more than once. Y'all should have seen Bill's face when I told him I took my sleeping pill. He was like, seriously, that's dangerous. You have to read your medicine. I'll probably be asleep till tomorrow night once I finally go to sleep. But it's his Saturday night or his day off Sunday, and he has no electricity and can't talk.
Whenever I take a sleeping pill and I don't go to, like, if it doesn't make me go to sleep right away, or if I like push through it or whatever, once it's like worn off, I can't sleep for like ever.
His blusters are better. Oh no, Peach. No, 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 no. Look, I legit was happy being single. Wasn't looking for nobody. I swear my sister sent him. Mm-hmm. Native, I can't believe you're still up at 4 a.m. either. I was just fixing to say, what the fuck are you doing? No, all we need is Renee in here. Oh, I never could take Ambien. It made me have the craziest ass dreams. Like, legit crazy dreams. Well, that's obvious if you're still up now. Well, let's face it, we're all up just about every night like this. If I sleep more than 5 hours a night, it's a miracle. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't because somebody's going to come in my bedroom and wake me up every damn morning. Either Mariah's in the bathroom, so Hannah can't get in there when she needs to, so she has to come in my bedroom and use my bathroom and wake me up, or vice versa. Yeah, Ambien's. I took it for a month, never again. There are still 160 people here at 3:16 in the morning. Y'all are really hanging in there like hairs in a biscuit. I just had weird dreams. I didn't do anything weird, I don't think. I wouldn't have known if I had have.
My mom used to take Ambien and like she'd shop online and then she wouldn't remember buying anything the next day and it'd all just be showing up all the time.
Well, When I had COVID the first time, I was out of it with fever and somehow got on to a website and ordered 50 coats and some green crocodile boots, and I live in Florida. A box as big as my recliner showed up, and I didn't know what the fuck it was, and I started pulling all this shit out of it, not even remembering ordering any of it.
What'd you do with them?
Most of them are still in my closet.
You kept them.
Well, it wouldn't let me send the shit back.
You're all, you get a coat, and you get a coat, and you get a coat.
I did buy so many coats. Them green boots is still in there too. That was not the funniest shit ever. Oh my god, I like blonde. A shopping cart in her trunk. How the fuck do you even do that? Oh shit, what is today? Is tomorrow the 8th? No, today's the 7th. Oh shit. I have to go to the casino tomorrow and pick up my cruise voucher.
Cruise voucher.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going tomorrow. That exploding gift was not funny, Breezy. It scared the shit out of me. Yeah, every year they give you a free cruise at the casino. You have to go pick up the voucher, and then you have like 90 days to book your cruise. But today's Sunday, right? Sunday's when I was supposed to go. But I can either go this week or next week. If it's still raining tomorrow, I ain't going.
What did the gift explode into? Or did it just explode?
It was this box that you opened up and shit just came flying out of it, and it scared the dog shit out of me. Butterflies and shit. Scared the shit out of me. Damn butterflies. Sounded like wasp. I did scream. That shit's still in my bedroom. No, I didn't die, but I about had a heart attack. And that was bad.
Floating dildo, what?
No, I ain't had one of them.
Me either.
That would be painful. That is very true, Peaky. That is very true. There has been some shit that has happened. I've got to drag the pickle out from behind my chair. I don't know where the goat's at. The baby had it earlier. She wanted to show it to Feet Cheeks, and I had already stopped talking to him. And I don't know what she did with it. It's probably in her car. It's where I find everything else. Today, because she's finally going to the potty and wearing big girl panties. And today she was here and she was down there laying on the floor. And I looked down there and I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Look, Sass, my butt's clean." I about died. I said, honey, you can't pull your pants down and tell people that your butt's clean. She was so proud of it. She told you she did it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I said, Kaylee, do you see your kid down there in the floor? Oh my God, precious lavender buttons. I've still got that somewhere. And I honestly think that it might fit Nabil. When he gets here, I'm going to have to make him try it on. He just doesn't know it yet.
You're just gonna make him an entertainment prop.
Mm-hmm. I swear to God, this rooster's bipolar. It just crows all times of the day and night. What, Breezy? Is who asleep? You're talking about wild mama? Well, if she started snoring, I just throw her off the damn panel. Yeah, tip a bitch at 3:24 a.m. Oh, we've definitely had some interesting characters on this channel. That's for damn sure. What in the hell? Oh, all right, y'all. I gotta get off here. I gotta try to get some sleep. Oh.
Your sleeping pill kicking in.
No, I'm gonna go in there and be wide awake, looking up at the ceiling, I imagine. But I gotta try to sleep some. But thank y'all for hanging out tonight. It was very nice. 3 hours and 44 minutes. I feel like I've been live all damn day and night. Either on TikTok or here. Yes, Pixie, I do. I need to message him and see how he is.
Wait, so you get that video in the morning?
Mm-hmm. At some point. Whenever I wake up.
I've never watched that girl's stuff before. Is she pretty legit?
I've never watched her stuff before either.
Or is she one of those ones that just
I couldn't
make
listen
stuff
to
up as
I couldn't
goes?
listen to her commentary tonight. That shit was driving me crazy. I couldn't do it. With stuff like that, I have to just watch it. I can't listen.
She made it sound like you could really hear Dylan, Bethany, and
Yeah, but I didn't hear
Hunter
shit.
talking.
But I think it was because I think it might have been because she was talking. So I don't know. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Everybody have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.